So I'm here waiting on this appointment. Hopefully to be in pretty soon, and we'll see how it goes.
At this point, right, we've done a resection, hooked you back together. We've gotten the pathology results from that. And the pathology from that is what's concerning for Lynch syndrome. You know, your lifetime risk of having colon cancer is elevated with Lynch syndrome. And it's elevated throughout your whole colon, not just one portion. If you're like, okay, I don't want to have any risk of cancer moving forward, I want you to take out my whole colon, then we can do that at the time. The other way to do this is to, do regular screening. Because if something else pops up, I think then it tells us, right, okay, we've done close screening, something else pops up, we can go in and take the rest of your colon out, hook your small bowel.
How many guys have you seen with Lynch syndrome my age?
With Lynch, your age? I mean, we do see it usually younger, right, because we know that...
or in, my age or younger. I mean, how many?
Younger than you? I haven't seen anybody younger than you yet. But
with colon cancer or Lynch?
With Lynch, yeah.
Okay.
But I had somebody diagnosed last week, so, we were seeing it more and more, honestly.
What ways can I start screening the other cancers?
So, yeah, and the genetics counselor is going to be able to talk to you more about that, right? Because we know that Lynch doesn't just affect the colon, it can affect the pancreas, small bowel. If you're a woman, you're always worried about ovarian and endometrial cancer, as well as breast cancer. So when to start that screening is very pertinent. That would be my game plan moving forward. Genetics, MRI, see Dr. Cannon about the liver, and then chemotherapy for sure, based on our resection for the bowels moving okay?
Yeah. Had a bit of a journey just relearning my colon. How long will it take for it to be normal? And then someone was telling me that once I start the chemo, it's going to change all.
Yeah, so that is, so normalcy, can take 3 to 6 months, before you kind of get your absolute regular pre-op, bowel function back. Sometimes it never returns to the absolute baseline you had before. Like you said, you're now able to eat some foods that you weren't prior, but chemotherapy will definitely can mess with your bowel.
What things shouldn't I do? What things shouldn't I eat?
So from my standpoint, there's no overall, perfect diet. We recommend just a healthy, high-fiber diet. So that's the biggest thing.
What are the things that I should stay away from?
Things that don't agree with you. There's no foods that I say, don't eat this, don't eat that.
So people say, oh, because I love steak, and they were like, yeah, steak caused it.
No. We don't know that if you're having a genetic abnormality now, it wasn't caused by...
It's the Lynch. It's
genetic.
I mean, when do you think I can start back working out?
Let's see. Your surgery was when? Remind me.
The 10th.
February 10th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You were good to start working out again next week.
Next week?
Yeah. Yeah. Just take it easy, right? Just don't do anything. If it hurts, don't do it. All right? And then don't do any real heavy lifting when you start. Just ease back into it. Because the biggest thing is I don't want you to get a hernia from that.
So anything else you can think of?
I don't think so, man. I think Dr. Pelori will be able to answer questions about chemotherapy, and then I think the genetics meeting will be really helpful for you, and then we'll figure out the liver next week.
Okay, great.
All right. Any other questions or anything?
Thanks a lot, Doc.
Yeah, no problem. If you have any other questions, let me know.